The Duke of Sussex appeared on actor Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast, sharing how Meghan was surprised at life as a royal. The Duchess previously told Oprah Winfrey in her bombshell interview she didn't do any research into the royal family before marrying Harry. Harry said to Mr. Shepard he grew up watching Disney films as a child, but said the reality of royal life is worlds apart. He told the actor, "I think that old way of thinking, the prince and the princess, and little girls reading these wonderful fairy tales and thinking all I want to be is a princess and thinking my wife had the most amazing explanation to that, which is something like, you don't need to be a princess to create an amazing life. And that's coming from her own lived experience. When we got together she was like, wow, this is completely different to what my friends at the beginning said it would be like." Meghan told Ms. Winfrey in March that she married into the royal family, naively, and admitted she did not know a lot about the firm. After Ms. Winfrey asked whether the Duchess did research about what that would mean, becoming a royal, Meghan said she did not. She added, "I think, as Americans especially, what you do know about the royals is what you read in fairy tales, and you think is what you know about the royals. It's easy to have an image that is so far from reality, and that's what was so tricky over those past few years, when the perception and the reality are two different things and you're being judged on the perception but you're living the reality of it. There's a complete misalignment and there's no way to explain that to people." During his appearance on the Armchair Expert podcast, Harry also compared growing up as a royal to being in a zoo. Talking about his upbringing, he said, "When it comes to parenting, if I've experienced some form of pain or suffering because of the pain or suffering that perhaps my father or my parents had suffered, I'm going to make sure I break that cycle so that I don't pass it on. It's a lot of genetic pain and suffering that gets passed on anyway, so we as parents should be doing the most we can to try and say, you know what, that happened to me, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to you." The Duke also described how he struggled with being a royal in his 20s, saying he was going wild, partying after being asked about an infamous nude photo of him in Las Vegas. He told Mr. Shepard he thought at the time, "I don't want this job, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be doing this, look what it did to my mum." It comes after Robert Jobson, a royal expert and Prince Philip's philosopher, said Harry should have better prepared Meghan for life as a royal. The expert told Page Six, "It's hard work being a member of the royal family. People think it's not, but it is. It's not glamorous and maybe she didn't fancy that after it all.